If you lived in a country where the fastest growing and third largest religion was Islam, what would you do? If 2.5 million children were left homeless in your country every year, how would you help them? Every 30 seconds, a tiny life is ended due to abortion. Over 43 million babies have been murdered. How would you try to change it if you lived in this country? If 40 to 50% of families disintegrated because of divorce, leaving broken-hearted children, what would you do to help them if you lived in this country? Well, you do. This is where you live. This is where you work. This is your country, America.
American statistics are startling. Today, 44 people were murdered. 24.6 million are addicted to drugs. More than 46% of the nation does not believe that God created the world. 80% of Americans do not have a church home. 80% of young people between 18 to 25 will leave their church, never to return. To every 1,000 new churches that open per year, 4,000 churches will close their doors. Every year, 90,000 people die from alcohol use. And every day in America, 6,775 slip into eternity.
The United States of America is the third most populous country in the world and home to over 300 million people. Jonathan and Elizabeth Cooper see the urgent need to answer the call to the land of the free and the home of the brave for revival in our land. We need revival, and as one man said,
I need to emphasize that great change is occurring among independent Baptists. It is not the same movement today by any stretch of the imagination. The movement overall is losing heart and soul, which is separation and a real zeal for truth and holiness. That is what once set the independent Baptist apart. It is one thing to believe the truth, and it is entirely another thing to have a zeal for it, to be willing to fight for it, and to separate from that which is contrary to it. As stated in Psalms 119, 128, Therefore I esteem all thy precepts concerning all things to be right, and I hate every false way.
today in America, there are about 33 million professing Baptists. This means that every Baptist must lead at least 90 people to Christ to reach America's total population. The time is now. We must rise and make a difference and see the mission field that is right in our backyards. Jonathan and Elizabeth Cooper see a significant need for revival. They have launched forth full-time to travel across the 3.8 million square miles of the United States and beyond, to win souls, help hurting churches, and to assist in church planting ministries, to preach the gospel, sing, teach, hold tent revivals and open-air meetings, and to go into the fields that are white unto harvest. Need for Revival Ministries sees the vital need to reach America. Will you?
Hello, this is Pastor Jeffrey Cooper from Calvary Baptist Church in Branson, Missouri. As their sending pastor, it's my honor and privilege to recommend to you Jonathan and Elizabeth Cooper, Evangelism of Helps. They have been a tremendous blessing to many churches across the United States, including ours. They are not only gifted in preaching and singing for revivals, special services, pulpit supply, camps, or any other special meeting, but they also have a deep passion for serving the church in practical ways. Brother Jonathan doesn't just come to preach, but they have a heart for small churches and are willing to roll up their sleeves and help in any way they can. From soul winning, to tuning and repairing the church piano, fixing sound systems, making building repairs, and even tending to those small details like that old flower bed in the front of the church that no one has had time to tend to. They want to encourage and lighten the load of pastors and churches wherever they go. Their goal is always to be a blessing, both in practicality and spiritually. And their servant's heart shines through in every ministry opportunity. If you're looking to have a meeting and help or support a ministry such as theirs, I can't recommend them enough. Whether you're thinking of having them in your church or contemplating monthly support, thank you for considering Jonathan and Elizabeth Cooper, and may God continue to bless you, your church, and your ministry.